Imagine this. You're sitting in a quiet room, the air filled with tension. You've got a piece of paper in front of you, a stamp paper to be exact. You've been told, just sign here and it's all over. You're about to end your marriage, not in a court, but on a stamp paper through a notary. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But is it legal? Is it valid? That's the big question. Let's unravel this misconception and get to the truth. Contrary to what many believe, divorce is not as simple as signing a paper, not even a stamp paper. It's a legal process. It's a common myth that a marriage can be dissolved by way of a notary on a stamp paper. But in reality, this is far from the truth. It's a myth that has been perpetuated for far too long, and today it's time to debunk it. The law is clear. Divorce is a legal process that must be conducted through the court system. It involves a series of steps, starting with filing a petition, followed by a period of separation, the opportunity for reconciliation, and finally, if all else fails, a decree of divorce is granted by the court. The idea of a stamp paper divorce is a misconception. It's a false notion that has led many into believing they're legally divorced when in fact they are not. This misconception can have serious consequences. For instance, if a person believes they're divorced and remarries, they could potentially be committing bigamy, a criminal offence. The fact is, a stamp paper doesn't carry any legal weight in terms of a divorce. It's merely a document, a piece of paper. It can't dissolve a marriage. Only a court can do that. There's no shortcut to divorce. It's a process that requires time, patience, and most importantly, the right legal procedures. The court takes into consideration various factors before granting a divorce, including the welfare of any children involved, the financial situation of both parties, and the reasons for wanting a divorce. To summarize, the idea of divorce on a stamp paper is a myth. It's not legal, it's not valid, and it's not recognized by the law. Divorce is a legal process that must be conducted through the courts. It's a process that demands due diligence and respect for the law. So, the next time you hear about a stamp paper divorce, remember, it's just a myth. The path to a legal divorce lies within the walls of a courtroom. It's a journey that requires legal guidance and understanding, patience, and most importantly, respect for the law and the sanctity of marriage.